Beth Ann.
What's up? I'm Ayla.
This is Let's Talk BL, a boys love podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. It is Sunday. That means it's a very special day of the week. We are back with a Sunday special. It's been a couple weeks.
And it's a series Sunday.
It's a series Sunday. It also is a requested series Sunday. So there's a lot of special things about this episode. You see what I said?
It's very special. I'm super excited to talk about this series because this morning I woke up at the butt crack of dawn to watch the concert. It was worth every second. I laughed. I cried. I was fully entertained. GMMTV can put on a concert.
They really can.
I say what the internet will about boys that should not dance and sing. I think every one of these boys should dance and sing.
Well, but also here's the thing is like I'm not in most cases I'm not trying to watch these, especially like a GMMTV BL an actor concert. I'm not trying to watch it for like the quality of like the vocals or like a high skill level execution of dancing because like to be completely honest with you, even like musicians that dance, their execution of dancing is actually not that high. Like so no, I'm watching it because it's like
a cute boy
these
entertaining
boys
me.
that I love so much
Yes.
are like working so hard to entertain me, and that's so special to me. Yeah. So.
And so many of them want to dance and sing, and I feel like this is a great outlet for them to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about We Are, y'all.
We are.
We are.
We are.
How many times are we going to make that joke? Okay. I did not look at the characters and actors because I was like, I think this is a good challenge and I think I know them.
But can you do when it debuted, where it, like all that stuff?
Yeah, so it's 16 episodes. It's on iQIYI, shockingly enough. It's by GMMTV, and it was directed by New, who is the like famed Wabi Sabi founder.
All accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. Characters and actors that play them.
We have Poom, played by Pond.
Yes.
We have Peem, played by Phuwin.
Yes.
We have Q, played by Winnie.
Yes.
We have T, played by Satong.
Yes.
We have Tan, played by U. We have Fang, played by Boom.
Accurate.
We have Shane. That's always funny because there was a character in You're My Sky that was like Chain/Shane. I'm pretty sure it's Shane, but they translate it to Chain a lot of times. Played by Mark, and Pun, played by Poon.
Accurate.
Oh my God, I did
it. I'm so proud of you.
That's fantastic.
Okay. Synopsis. Again, if this is your first series Sunday back since the new season, we changed it up. Yeah. What we're doing is I am now making up the synopsis off the top of my head. So this is what I come up with. I tried to be a little bit witty. Full disclosure, I'm so tired.
Also, side note, this was based on a novel, like a very famous novel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's what I came up with synopsis-wise.
Yeah.
I wrote this like 2 minutes ago. 8 boys try to complete university, play sports, and make art, all while figuring out how to fall in love. They're friends. Maybe they want to kiss.
That's fantastic. I really quickly looked at the original synopsis, and it was literally like, we are friends.
Okay, so mine still wins.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So this was really interesting because I had a hard time getting into this show. Which is weird for me, right? Being the, like, PondPhuwin delulu that I am. Like, I expected to just be, like, fully hooked immediately. But I think it's hard coming into this off of Naomi.
I mean, yeah.
That's difficult.
A la Off Gun doing anything except not me.
Right.
Yeah.
But a part of it for me was, like, a little bit of the, like, pacing of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Like, the way it was weaved together, I was, like, I felt like we spent a lot of time in high school, and it felt, even though they were in university, it still felt a little high school, like, the way they were telling it to me. Mm-hmm. So I was, like, eventually I got there, okay? Please don't, like, and people are, like, smashing their keyboards out there, like, delete. You canceled.
My favorite is when people are so passionate and they tell you, they're like, I had to pause it at 1 minute to tell you this.
But like, no, please keep listening. Let me finish my thought. So it took me a minute to get into it, but I did really, really love this show in the end. I think that it was necessary for it to be 16 episodes.
Yeah.
I think that despite the like hiccups with the storytelling that I just sort of had in general, like it felt a little juvenile to me for
I agree.
university students. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I understand that like this is a university drama, but like, and I don't like to compare, but like Never Let Me Go was a high school show. People forget that.
Yeah, which
they're
is
in high school,
wild.
right? So like,
Yeah.
you look at a university show, and I just sort of like it felt like it was trying to a little bit be my school president, but like now we're in university. Like the sort of like
Yeah.
I don't want to say silliness, but like the way that they interacted and the way that they like paced them through and the way they developed them, and I was just like, I don't know. At first I was like, ooh, I liked it, and I will stand by it, and it's a work of art because PondPhuwin are in it.
I mean, literally a work of art.
Literally
it's all
a work
about
of art. Yeah. But it did take me a minute to get into it. Eventually, I really, really liked it, and I liked how much time they spent delivering each couple to us.
Yes.
Right? Like, because they really delivered, and that doesn't always happen.
Yes. Yeah.
Like sometimes you get like a fizzle of a couple, and like no, I feel like every single one, like they delivered the storyline in the end,
And they were all so different. Like I even like that we didn't get Chain Pun until the very end.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I loved their cute development of like Pun has no idea what's happening the entire series until Chain at the very end looks at him and is like, "Be my boyfriend," and then they make out. Like I loved it. It was perfect.
I mean, that's like the dream scenario, right? Like 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Living the life.
No. Okay. I'm gonna continue on from that thought.
Okay.
Yeah, was this series groundbreaking? No. Was this original? No. But it was a slice of life drama, and I really like slice of life dramas. I like just being able to tune into a series, and this very much felt like one of those that like you could just watch an episode offhand, and like you don't really need to watch like upon a rewatch kind of thing. Like there were some weeks where like I would rewatch episodes just like randomly because I was like, I like all these characters. I like this cast. I like this cast a lot. Like
yeah, they were really good together.
I thought they did an excellent job of casting each one of these boys. Even the recast, like my God, that was like the perfect recast for like when and how they had to do it, which GMMTV has had to do a few times over this past year. But like the matches of all the boys, the development of all the boys, I really liked watching each couple. I was a little frustrated with Q and Tuy a little bit because I really get frustrated with the like the back and forward of relationships. Like 2 steps back, 1 step forward. 5 steps back, 1 step forward.
See, I really liked him because that's the type of like I feel like that's real, right? Like there is that it makes it more believable for me, right? Like when I watch that sort of dynamic, I'm like, ooh, yeah, okay, so how are they going to do this? And like, is it going to keep moving forward? Is it not?
Right.
Because like otherwise, like that just feels real because I see my friends, my own relationships, even in like friendships, right? Like you have that dynamic. And so like it makes it a little more human. So I really liked that. I mean, it's frustrating because you want him to kiss. You're like, oh my God, like please just kiss. But like at the same time, I don't know. That's what kept me hooked. Like surprisingly, not Poom and Peem. I loved Poom and Peem. I thought they were so cute. Yeah. But it wasn't like I was like, ooh, I wonder like how. Yeah.
I mean, sweet teddy bear Poom. Like that boy holding just a teddy bear this entire like I mean come on. I really liked the brother dynamic between Poom and Fong. I thought that was really cute. The way that Fang, the way that they did that relationship was really sweet. And you also got family dynamics in this cuz like Sweet Poom's going through it over his family because you know, teen boys.
Yeah.
I also liked that we got to see a lot of Peem's family. We got his aunt, played by Gaji, which was like a fun. She was so funny. Her dynamic with those boys was so funny. And we got like him visiting his parents in iconic Chiang Mai.
Yeah, and we get like a little bit of like a tutoring situation, which is like always so cute. Yeah.
I don't think we met any of the other boys' family. Just Poom Peem.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess Fong or Fang because Tan Fang? Yeah, Fang.
Yeah.
Uh,
His full name is like Boomfang.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, whole thing.
Because I remember being like.
Calfang.
Calfang, yeah.
Because he is Boom.
He is Boom. Yeah.
Speaking of Uboom.
I was like, he had an extra thing.
Speaking of Uboom, I have loved to watch their meteoric rise. And I have an announcement to make. I have found my delulu. I have found my Uboom is my GMMTV ult couple. At first I thought it was going to be Jungdunk. And I followed Jungdunk for a while, and I still do, and I still love them.
I love Jungdunk. Yeah, they're great.
Uboom.
If they're your delulu, I really support that. I think that's a good one.
Uboom real. Uboom. I love them. I loved their storyline. I love their storyline in real life because it's really cute that they are a ship similar to Winnie Santong, where they kind of manifested it.
Right.
And so it's fun to watch that dynamic because we got to see the slow burn of Uboom coming into a Tan Fang situation. And I also really liked their storyline in We Are because it was like an enemies to lovers, but like over a period of time, right? Like they fought in high school.
Right.
We had that like whole fight scene. And then like at some point they just were like, Tan was like, no, I want to kiss him. I don't want to fight him anymore.
Yeah, like it turns out all that pent up energy was actually like sexual tension.
Yes. And I loved Tan's character. The fact that he calls him T-Rack, and the way that like we discover when they're at that amusement park and he like is running up and they've told no one that they're dating, and he runs up and he like asks him if he wants something and calls him T-Rack, and you're like, and everyone looks and it's like, wait, what? I just loved their dynamic throughout the whole like series.
Yeah,
I thought they were
really sweet.
They were very sweet. And of course, like Uboom real, so like it lended itself.
Obviously. So we have two real couples in this show, PondPhuwin and Uboom.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's what really made this show so good.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
I mean, also Winnie Satong and now
Mark
Poon.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where Mark Poon goes. They have excellent chemistry.
Mark is very sweet.
And Poon's very sweet too. I loved, if you have not watched any of the content from We Are Day 2, the ending mint that they did was hysterical because Poon just like breaks out into like hysterical sobs. Not just like these boys crying at the end. I mean, like he is like boo-hooing kind of into the mic, which is really funny because he's just like holding it and they're all hugging him so he can't move the mic anywhere. And because like they're all like because it's sweet because like he had to come in at like halfway through, and all of these boys have known each other for like going on like 5 to 6 years because pretty much all of them have been around like for a very long time, even as young as they all are. And so he was like, I thought I was gonna be an outsider, and like I didn't know any of you guys, and it was just so sweet because like during his ending minute, he was like, you said you felt like an outsider. He was like, but you were never an outsider. Oh my god, it was so sweet.
Like movie dialogue.
I mean, seriously,
I love when there's like movie dialogue in real life. Like that's my favorite thing. It's so funny.
It's so perfect, and it was really cute because he like starts sobbing, and then he was like, I'm confident now, but he was like, I wasn't always this handsome, and therefore I wasn't always this confident, and it was just like so cute. He's like sobbing and trying to like be sincere, but also he's just so funny. And at some point he's trying to like tell Mark that he's like appreciating him as a partner, but like all the boys have like hugged around him, so he's like Mark, and he can't find him, and everyone just like loses it. They think it's so funny, and it like they're just this cast, like their dynamic with each other, they're also very different really in real life, as are their characters, but like similar to the show where Poom is very much an outsider, at like this tortured rich boy, right, who's maybe an engineer, I forget, I think he's an engineer, who falls in love with an art student. And he then becomes a part of like the art student friend group. Like he kind of like follows them around. And like it just naturally kind of like he just fits into their group, which I think is really cute.
Yeah.
It was very sweet. We also have 3 side characters. We got Piver.
Yes.
I don't remember their characters' names.
Ooh.
I do know JJ is Matt. And I don't know T. Beer. Sorry. Okay. I do know JJ is Matt. Pepper is Pepper beer?
Pepper is beer.
Oh God, T. I don't know T. Mick. I did not know that.
Yeah. And Sizey.
Yes. Who shockingly we find out dated Boom's character.
Yeah.
Which was a very cute moment. Boom had such cute moments in the series. Yeah, she was a fun girl to like have.
Sizey is always a good like.
Yeah.
That I feel like you can tell what the vibe of the girl character is going to be based on the GMMTV girl that they get to play her.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to guess. You don't have to be like, oh my God, is she going to be this? Is she going to be that? Like, you just know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. But yes, these side characters were hilarious. JJ just being like the most slapstick, like ridiculous character. I thought the heart-to-hearts that Beer and Poom have throughout this show were really sweet.
It's really nice. And, like, it's funny, too, because, like, they're just both so, like, strikingly beautiful that, like, you watch them and you're, like, like, listening to it and you're, like,
I also just love how, like, he's, like, Beer's just like, stop fucking it up. Like, what is your problem, dude? He's like, just tell him you like him and like just like do the thing. Cause like they have this
and
whole,
he's like, it's not that easy.
Yeah, cause they have right like that whole like I think this is another situation where you kind of forget the premise halfway through because they've gotten so far away from the like whole like
the original.
Yeah. And so finally when he was like, you guys need to just clear the air and like he doesn't need to be in this like contractual relationship with you, like you like each other, just like do the thing. And I mean Peem definitely plays along with it too. Like he definitely is like, I can't really tell you I like you yet, so I'm just gonna pretend like I'm not done with this painting. And so but yeah, I liked the dynamic of all the friends. Oh, this series was shockingly spicy at times.
Yeah, I feel like it's on par with where GMMTV has been going lately.
I agree.
Yeah. Which I appreciate that because GMMTV for so long was known for being so chaste.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember and like pinpoint like when exactly that turned because like at first I was like, oh, it was only Friends, but I actually...
You know what I think it was? Do you have a guess? When do you think?
I was trying to think of like BL Spice, like when it turned the corner for BL, and like timelines are weird in BL world, right?
Yeah.
Because I think because Only Friends was just so extreme in my brain, it was like Only Friends did it, but like interest, like Never Let Me Go was very spicy, actually.
But Never Let Me Go was after Only Friends before?
Before.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like Never Let Me Go did it. Not to be, like, the PondPhuwin delulu.
Yeah.
But, like...
For me, when I remember being like, oh, wow, GMMTV is getting a little more, like, spicy was Bad Buddy. Mainly because, like, we got a really, really intimate kiss. And we got them laying in bed, kind of half naked, talking about sex. I think that's the other thing. GMMTV took baby steps. Like, they talked about having the sex. And then they had, like,
the implication with the song, oh, God, and he plays the song and he's in the bed and they're at the beach. Oh, God. I understand why with the protest trucks.
That's incredible. Cause yeah, we've gotten some spice like in last Twilight, they were real spicy.
Well, that's what I mean, but that's like new gen, right? Like that's why I say like this is like on par now
last
with
year.
TV. Yeah.
And not me was super
yeah.
I thought that was pretty spicy for
with
a
the
couple.
ear sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side note, there's been a lot of discourse about Phuwin's kissing.
I know. Listen. Leave Phhuwin alone. Okay.
I really
Not to get on my soapbox.
Wait, before you get on your soapbox, I really liked his kissing thing in this series because he does this thing where a lot of times they're laying down and he's on the bottom, and he really like reaches for Pond, and I really like. It's really cute because he's like eager to like.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Here's the thing. Phhuwin is very like, if you watch him in Not Me, and if you watch him in just like every show, like he's handsy more than anything else. You gotta watch his hands, okay? So like that's just his mouth. That's just how he kisses you guys. Like he literally is just like a stunted little teenage boy. I don't know what to tell you. Like that's literally just how he kisses. Yeah. Like it has nothing to do.
Because he's only kissed Pond.
Exactly. Listen. Well, I mean he hasn't because we've all seen like Warp Effect, but like.
But really, honestly, I rewatched Warp Effect because I was like, does Phhuwin? Because that's right, the argument where people are like, he honestly doesn't want to kiss boy.
No, shut up. Shut.
Oh my god, I love this. And like you can't really see the kissing because they're like banging a lot, which is weird. And it's like under the covers and like kind of far away, and like you see it kind of from behind.
But like if you even think about like Futz, right? Like they're kissing in Futz, like especially like that last kiss at the end where like Phhuwin goes down to Pond, right? Because he's like laying in the chair, and you know, like Phhuwin's character's a dentist, and he like goes to kiss him, and like even then, if you watch, like his hands go up, like. That is just like how Phhuwin is like, this is how I'm going to make this a sexy kiss is by using my hands, right? Yeah. And I also feel like this is like a really good indicator of like, you get away from me, or like, yes, I'm into this, is like their body.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? And because it's hard, like, listen, next time you make out with somebody, I want you to film it and then watch the game tape back, okay? Because like, it's not actually that easy to make a kiss look nice. It feels nice. But it does not look nice. Like, it looks awkward and it looks weird, and like your head position is weird. So in order to make it look nice on TV, you have to not be kissing for real. Yeah. And Pond and Phhuwin are real. And so it's like real kissing. And so like that. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding about that. Like, that was a good one, right?
But no, for real.
What I'm saying is like, it's hard to make an on-screen kiss look right. Yeah. And I think the biggest indicator is actually body language as to whether or not like how like relaxed the body is, like if it's like stiff and stilted, or if like their hands are like here, or like I am going to touch you like this, right? Like you know. So
there's nothing worse than a holding like just a hand. Yeah. I hate that.
Or it's like one hand on the shoulder. It's like this.
Yes.
Like, it's so weird.
There's some other BL boys that also do what Phhuwin does, in that Phhuwin doesn't know how to pucker his lips, I think. Yeah. And so he does this thing where it's like he's tasting Pond, where he's like, and I think that's what really throws people off. It's
because he's trying to grip his lips, you guys.
I mean, yes.
It's like, no, I'm telling you, like, think about it. Like, if you have a straw, I don't have a straw, but if you have a straw, you're like,
you want this?
Right? Like, look at how your lips go. Your lips aren't like,
yeah, you don't pucker up.
You don't go.
Yeah.
Right? You're not whistling. You're not like blowing a bubble gum, right? Like,
he's trying to like eat him.
You're like, if you're trying to like everybody like be in 5th grade again or
people
whatever.
Asked for this.
Everybody be in 5th grade again or whatever. Kiss your own hand, right? Yeah. And you're like, when you're trying to figure out how to kiss, you like.
Yeah.
Again.
He's a
sweet,
because he's
child. Kissing him for real, you guys. Listen. Leave Phhuwin alone.
I mean, they all had excellent kisses.
I realize I sound
delulu,
like truly delusional, and I am, and I admitted that at the beginning of this episode. So like,
listen, here's the thing: we can all be grown-ups about this, and we can all joke about any couple being real.
It's not a joke.
But as long as we're not sending protest trucks and we're not spreading hate on the internet, I feel like it's fine.
Yeah, I would never send a protest truck. I would physically protest.
Unless I have literally stated if Uboom doesn't get a series for 2025, I will send protest trucks.
I'm just gonna picket. Like, you can't cross the Union line, like fully like I'll physically pick it.
Yes.
My favorite part about the new protest trucks are that they're like they're protesting themselves.
Yes.
Like, my favorite part about it is these fans are literally protesting themselves. They're like,
I mean,
how dare we like them so much? Like, that's the protest. The protest is they're protesting themselves.
I mean, I feel like we're far enough away from this, and I don't think any of those haters from that Omna Nun interview are listening. So Omna Nun was our first interview that really like made it big.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was the first time we had really gotten some like hate. And it was so funny because a lot of the comments on that interview were people being like, I really wish they spoke Thai. I really think they weren't able to express themselves because they weren't speaking Thai. And I was like, you guys literally know you're calling your boys dumb.
Yeah, they're like
trying to speak English to like do this for international fans, and I felt like they answered the questions perfectly fine.
they did, and they were speaking a second language, right? Like, they were like,
y'all, this isn't deep.
Yeah.
They're not. They're cute boys who are acting. None clearly wants to sing now. Is an excellent actor, but again, I don't think he's singing that hard about it. I don't. What are we doing, y'all? But yeah, the protest trucks are really funny, but I will be sending protest trucks if Ubum don't get a series.
yeah.
Do you think, maybe with the exception of Mark and Poon, that those other three couples will get lead series in 2025?
Unclear about Winnie and Satang.
I think PondPhuwin for sure.
PondPhuwin. But unclear about Winnie and Satang.
I swear if
Ubum
Ubum
doesn't get one, I genuinely would be shocked.
Me too.
Yeah.
Especially with the popularity. Like,
Well,
their
and just
popularity
the
was...
amount of stuff that they have done, right?
Yeah.
Like, because they also were in Be My Favorite. And so, like...
Ooh, was.
Right, but, like, they also were in... What else were they in?
They were...
Oh, my God, I can see it. I can see them sitting on the bed.
So they started in
having a
Enchante.
conversation. But, like, they're sitting on the bed and they're having a conversation. Oh, my God, I can literally see the scene.
You know, why am I blanking on...
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah.
You can see the scene, right?
Hidden Agenda.
Thank
I literally
you.
just watched this
Thank
series.
you. I was like, I can literally, like, picture the scene in my head. Like, I was like, yeah, Hidden Agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were also in something else.
But that's what I mean. Just, like, the amount of stuff that these two actors have been put in lately.
Vice versa.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I would be shocked if they didn't get their own. Versus, like, Winnie and Satang have only been in
My School
We
President.
Are My School President.
And Futz.
But they weren't shipped in Futz.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
They only
Enchante.
got My School President because of Futz.
They also... Ubum were not a ship in Enchante, but, like, that they created themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, they're real.
But yeah, I feel like GMMTV has been giving them more and more and more and more, and so like I would be surprised if they didn't get a lead. I would love for Winnie and Satang to have a lead. I don't see it yet based on just how GMMTV behaves. Not that they don't deserve it or shouldn't have it or that I wouldn't love it.
I'll be so curious to see the comparison of We Are to Perfect 10 Liners because it's the same director.
And it's a very similar, like, it's an ensemble cast.
In university.
Yeah.
I will say, I love that we're keeping at least a handful of university. Because I
like university storylines.
I do too. I like a little fun break every once in a while.
I do really like university storylines.
I love this cast. I would watch 10 more series of this cast.
I want them to have like a crime one.
Ken Porsche, but make it these
No.
8.
Because they don't really do crime in Ken Porsche. Do you know what I mean? Like, we just know that they're criminals.
I see.
They don't really like do the crime.
Right.
Versus,
what
like,
kind of crime do you want them to do?
In Not Me, we see the crime. Like, we know the crime. The crime is like illegal casinos and stuff like that, right? Like, that is the mafia that they're involved in. And same with like Not Me, right? Like, you see the crime, you know the crime.
Yeah.
Versus like Ken Porsche, we just know they're criminals. Like, you don't like.
Yeah.
And we know they have like a fake business with like.
What kind of criminals were they?
I don't know.
Bread criminals?
Were they like smugglers? Because there was like a warehouse scene in Ken Porsche, right? So like I think they were like smugglers. But like even in like Pit Babe, like you know the crime, right? Like there, you know what crime Pop is doing, right? Like
yeah,
he's not just being gay and doing crime. Like you know what the crime is.
He's trafficking children,
right? And even like in Ping and Guitar.
Hmm?
Ping and Guitar, their show. You know what the crime is when they get shot at the you don't remember this?
Low frequency?
Yes.
Oh! Yeah, I was like,
I was like, you were looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, you don't remember that he gets shot?
Because you say
Like-
Ping and Guitar, and I immediately think Bonus is a ghost. Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched Low Frequency, go
It's
do
a
it.
great
It's so
show.
good.
It is so good. Anyways, yeah, I would love for this cast to be. Yeah, I would love for this cast to be in like a low frequency situation where like some of them are ghosts, like kind of like Ohm and Singto. I'm so
He's
sleepy.
coming to me.
He's coming to me, which is like truly a
Yeah.
masterpiece.
I mean, truly.
Yeah, I want some of them to be like ghosts, and they can find ghosty love.
Controversial, but I want to see this cast in 5 years doing an OnlyFans situation, but like adults, not like in university. Because they all kind of have that dynamic. Although I would love to see PondPhuwin play like a Ray Sand situation. I think Puin could pull off a Ray.
Huh.
I think that would be really fun. Like I want to see Puin play an alcoholic.
Puin would probably play a very good alcoholic.
I mean, he did say he wanted to be a mafia.
Yeah,
He wanted to do crime.
yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that Never Let Me Go was crime, but like
But they
were
weren't committing.
running from the
Yeah,
criminals.
yeah, yeah.
They weren't the criminals.
No.
I want them to be the criminals.
Yeah. Perth's character was closer to the criminals than
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah, like I want them to be the criminals.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're getting from.
But like a
Jung
Robin
and-
Hood, like steal from the rich, give to the poor kind of criminals. Yeah, like
that would
criminals
be
you can really
cute.
get behind.
I mean, I'm behind PondPhuwin and whatever they do.
Yeah.
Literally all these boys. I like a good ensemble show. I feel like GMMTV in the past couple of years has really killed it with the ensemble shows.
You know what shows have not been hitting weirdly that like we all sort of begged for? All the Office shows.
Yeah.
Right? Like, isn't that strange?
That is funny. We were like, give us grown-ups.
Give
and they
us
were like,
grown-ups.
okay. And then we're like, no, thank
And
you.
then we're like, this doesn't really hit.
Yeah, it's curious to see what does hit. We were talking earlier. We think that like it has to be a January show.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think timing really does help.
What was the January show this year? I was trying to think of what it was. My brain can't go.
I don't know. It's BL time doesn't work like normal time, to be real with you.
I know. I clearly, especially because GMMTV this year broke up.
Wait, wasn't it Hidden Agenda? Didn't that come out at the beginning of the year?
No, that was last year.
Oh. Was it the end of last year?
Maybe? No. Hidden Agenda was, yeah, maybe. When did we interview Jungdunk for the second time? November?
September. Yeah.
So was Hidden Agenda 2 years
So
ago?
towards the end of the year.
I mean,
it was
No,
2023.
Star in My Mind was 2 years
Star
ago.
in my mind, yeah.
What was January?
Was it Be My Favorite?
No. Be My Favorite was August. No, June. June of last year. What was January of this year?
Hold on,
Y'all?
I'm trying to find out.
Oh my gosh. Why can't I think? When was OnlyFriends?
OnlyFriends was ended in October.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. What was the January show this year? We're already in August. So, like, this year.
I mean, I guess we kind of... It was one that started in 2023 because the first one that, like, started and ended
Mm-hmm.
in 2024 was 23.5 technically, which is a GL, and then Only Boo, which was March. So January would have been one that started in 2023.
Yeah, which
which
is...
would have been Last Twilight.
Yep. There it is.
Yep. And that hit so hard.
Yeah, because Bad Buddy also started in the year. It was like December, January.
Because like Cooking Crush and Cherry Magic also happened in that time frame, but like of those three, Last Twilight hit so hard.
So hard.
Yeah, that was a good like adult.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like centered in an office. It wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't focused on what they do for a living, and I think that's why Never Let Me Go was so good too, because it's like technically that was a high school drama, but it wasn't like focused on them being in high school.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's the university ones that do hit are the ones that aren't really like, I don't think nowadays like a Sodas would hit because it's so university focused.
Do we think that's what Perfect 10 Liners is going to be?
I think so, because it's like the whole point is like the like, I don't want to call it a fraternity, but like whatever they call it in Thailand.
The faculty?
Yeah. Well, no, because they have it's like if your ID number lines up or something. And then you have like,
yeah. Oh yeah, they're like line.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
That's what I was like. I don't want to call it a fraternity. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, that that thing.
Mentor mentees.
Yeah.
I think they call it a line.
A line.
Somebody was just talking about this. How Est and oh god, I say these things, and then people on the internet are like, "Please tell me more," and I'm like, "Oh no, Est and somebody are in the same line," which is cute.
Interesting.
I'll have to look it up so that I know for a later date.
Anyways, I did really enjoy this show. Ultimately, I thought that it was the perfect amount of episodes.
I wouldn't recast any of these.
I wouldn't recast the show at all.
What was the other question we were asking?
We were doing, would you recast it, and do you want a season 2?
Oh no, we were doing. Oh yeah, recasting.
Yeah. Who would you recast if you could recast this? And then season 2. Do you want a season 2?
No, I want 10 more seasons.
Yeah, I would totally watch a season 2.
I just want to see this cast do anything and everything.
I feel like this would be a fun one to, like, these characters would be a fun one where, like, if the setup was, like, the last season of Gilmore Girls, the, like, seasons, right? Where you got just, like, this is what happened in these few months with them. And it's, like,
that'd be cool.
That would be, like, a good premise for these characters.
I would love a special episode. I wonder.
Do we think we'll get them in Our Sky? I feel like we will. Isn't it normally just all the BLs from that year? No, they pick
It's like random.
Yeah.
They've been doing Our Skies for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. GMMTV switches it up so much these days because we're now getting like reveals in 2 parts.
Yeah.
So like, meh?
You never know. You never know.
Do you think Tempo will come out in like the December, January? Because like December, January.
I do. Yeah.
Because what did they? Somebody just spoiled that. Oh, They think Heart Killers won't come out until the end of the year.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get those on top of each other.
Yeah.
That would be
I
crazy.
think they're saving Tempo and Heart Killers. Because we know that Gold and Blood has been like filming. Bro, I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. I remember watching that trailer and being like, he's flying. He's fucking flying right now. Like,
we get to see Neo in it too.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
honestly,
good.
it is going to be peak. I am
so insane.
So excited.
It's gonna be so insane.
I'm so excited. Like truly, and I already know when it's gonna come out. Like September, October, because obviously like Halloween.
I just can't imagine. I mean, Gawain has kissed so many boys at this point, but like Joss.
That's not even what I care about. What I care about is that Joss is a vampire and he fucking flies, dude.
And he fights Neo. I can't wait for that too.
I know. I'm so excited. Like y'all are about to be tired of me because like, oh god, I'm so excited. Like, and I'm not even like trolling. Like, I'm not even like, this is not a joke for me. Like, I genuinely like Twilight, for example. Like, I don't like haha like Twilight. Like, I like genuinely think those are good films.
Is there a My Golden Blood book?
I don't know.
We should read it.
But like, listen, this is my shit. I'm genuinely. It's going to be so good. And, like, it's going to be... Because I love the drama, right? Like, how earlier I was saying I love when there's, like, movie dialogue in real life.
Yeah.
Like, vampire storylines just lend themselves so well to drama because these people are living forever. Like, what else do they have besides the drama, right? Like, it's all for the plot at that point. If you literally can't die, everything's for the plot.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. They should let Gunn be a vampire.
Well, Gunn was like immortal in Midnight Museum, like ish, kind of.
Oh.
You know, it was all like supernaturally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like mystical. Yeah.
Okay, this is so much fun. I had fun. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun.
So much fun. This has been Let's Talk PL. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow all things Let's Talk PL at Let's Talk PL.